This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Alright, women and children first. The men, we can wait on them. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Breath of Fire 2. In the last episode, we got a new party member in Snes. Nina got ostracized from her community. Well, she was already ostracized, but it even got even worse. And we made our way to Capitan, but now it sounds like some children are in danger. Let's drop into the well and find him. We're out to deal with giant spiders, aren't we? Or like crazy clowns that have, for those who read the book. Anyway, let's head down into... What the? Oh. Hey, it's Ray. Wait, you can one-shot things? What's your level? Can you join our party? Sorry, that one got away from me. You weren't injured by him, were you? And not long ago, a child turned up missing in this village. He was last sighted near the dried-up well. The villagers came down here to search for him, but as you can see, the well is infested with monsters! What the? For an encounter against the Goju, or I think in their original translation they're called the Creon or Neon or however you pronounce it. So these guys are pretty nasty. Let's fight them. And we want to cast slow on them to get our turns a little bit quicker. These guys can be pretty nasty in terms of the damage. They've got like a combo attack, or I think in the original version they call it Egg Beater, which allows them to attack twice. But anyway, we want to hit them with slow because it'll lower their agility, so we can go first. It'll be easier for healing and hopefully finish them off before they use Egg Beater or combo attack on me too many times. Anyways, guy's got 280 HP, no AP, 58 attack, 34 defense, 33 agility, level 12. He's got 2 magic. He doesn't have any strengths or weaknesses. He's got a 1 in 256 chance to drop an herb. He drops 60 experience and 50 zenny. He has his 192 out of 256. He can use his combo or Egg Beater attack. Yeah, let the agility work. Nice. He's got a 63 out of 256 chance to attack and 1 out of 256 to defend. So I'll just hit him with frost or something since he's got no weaknesses. Oh, nice. Got a couple of death blows. Yeah, Sten might not look very good at the first because he's not doing a ton of damage, but he really does build up after a while. Nice. All right. Oh yeah, off screen I bought a bunch of herbs. So the entire village is in great peril from these monsters. We must act immediately. Will you lend me your aid? No way, man. Even as a servant of God, I am still but one man. You must help me. Not a chance. We are gonna waste time arguing. Their lives are at stake and every second is precious. I cannot do this alone. I need your help. I'm allergic. You're an insult to the sword you wield. Are you saying you would watch innocent people die? By the way, this is damn straight. For the sake of these people, I cannot take no for an answer. You must assist me. No way. For the sake of... Okay, yeah, but thou must. And you piss off Ray, but... Alright, okay. You have my gratitude. Now come with me. Alright. Well, what do we got here going, Ray? If you just say yes... If you say yes, it just goes straight into going here. I'll take care of the foul beast. You go inside. Alright. Yeah, he has to deal with this for now, so let's go and heal. Yeah, I should have healed in between episodes, but whoops. I could probably afford not to do that. But if we find him, we could take this... But we could take this fight faster if you do... Okay, whatever. Anyway, and for some reason the run mechanic got disabled here for some reason. Even in the fan translation. Alright. Weird. Alright, we gotta save the children. Or a child in this case. Alright, yeah, we gotta ride these turtles to get over here. Like all good RPGs, you can't swim as a main character. That's my son over there. Go help him. Okay. I'll try to help him. Oh, except in Final Fantasy, I think, was it 10 you could swim? Hey, that bug prevented me from getting off. Ah, stop it. I knew these bugs were annoying. There we go. Thank you. Alright, Ryu reached level 11 from that battle. You probably want to be... by this point in the game, you probably want to be level 12 if you want to make things a little bit easier. But I think we can handle it at this level. Now let's get this treasure here. And here we get a Vitalizer, a really nice item. It heals 100 HP to all party members. We're going to need that for the boss up ahead. Spoilers, there's going to be a boss up ahead. Probably one of the hardest bosses in the game, actually. relative to your levels and everything like that. Alright, we got one more bug to fight. Hopefully it doesn't stand in the way. Thank you. Alright, not too bad. And here we get an amulet. What that does is it prevents the curse condition. What the curse condition does is if it affects you, it lowers your condition. And it can turn it into sick. And sick, I believe condition affects like your critical effect, like the chances for critical and stuff like that. I think it also affects your weakness to like certain spells and stuff like that, like getting affected by status afflictions and all that other stuff. There's not a whole lot of research when it comes to some of that stuff, but that's the gist of it. Okay, let me go and heal. Want to make sure we're kind of fully healed by this point, so let's see. Yeah, I'll go and use the rest. We'll be using a bunch of herbs for this one. Nina's out of AP, so, and we're about to encounter the boss, so let me go and use the wisdom seed. Give us some AP. It does do a little bit of damage, as you can see there. Her damage dropped by 20. I don't know why, but okay. Alright, let's go and heal her. I don't want to waste a turn doing an ability, you know what I mean? So now we have to wait this whole time for the turtle to come back. I like turtles. Does anyone remember that? Alright, let's go save the child. Oh yeah, an interesting thing about the slow spell in the game is that it's probably the only spell we have that affects agility, because there is an agility up spell, but it's bugged in this game for whatever reason, so it doesn't actually work. So slow is the best we got to affect monsters and stuff like that. So, but I just wanted to play with the turtles. It got late. I couldn't find my way back. I mean, turtles are cool, I guess, but not that cool, are they? Are you mad at me? Yeah. I like turtles for boss battle against the Goncharo, or the Terrapin for the translation. This guy's, like I said before, this guy's probably one of the hardest bosses in the game relative to your levels here. So the way he works is he's got a couple of pretty nasty attacks, and what we need to do is we need to affect his agility, because this will make healing a lot easier because of with the attacks he does. He's got a pretty low wisdom stat, so this should hit, but I've had it to where it takes forever for it to hit on him, so we'll see what happens. This guy's got 1300 HP, 100 AP, 66 attack, 33 defense, 32 agility. You guys can use the fire breath ability. This thing's nasty. Look at that. Oof. 33 defense, 32 agility. He's level 20. He's got 5 magic. He's not strong or weak to anything. He's got 1 out of 256 chance to drop an herb. 300 experience. Nuts. 300 experience, 500 zenny. So, okay, so that stinks. So we need to heal our characters. So, let's see. I'm trying to remember what the damage he did on my guys. Nina and Sten definitely need to heal for sure. So, let's see. I think Len can survive an attack. So, alright, let's have Sten heal himself. Actually, we could use a revitalizer right now. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, oh sorry, it's 120 HP for all. I'd really like to get this slow down because, like I said, it'll make healing easier when he uses fire breath. He does have a certain amount of AP, so it will eventually run out. It'll just be a while. But anyways, got a 3 in 8 chance to use Brainwave, which forces a player character. The bad thing is that he has a he usually tends to use fire breath pretty regularly. But anyway, he has a 3 in 8 chance to cast Brainwave, which forces a PC to attack another ally. Dang it! He's got a 2 in 8 chance to do Fire Breath, and he's got attack, a 2 in 8 chance to attack, and he's got 1 in 8 chance to attack all. Okay, so let's see. Probably should heal at least the important characters. So let's have Ryu attack. We'll have Sten heal. We'll have him heal himself, and then Lynn heal Nina. Because I need Nina at least try to get slow on him. Man, I'm getting really unlucky with slow. Now it looks like he's using his earthquake spell or whatever you want to call it. Ow. Ah, there goes Lynn. Nah, I knew that was going to happen. I prefer the fire breath, to tell you the truth. Finally it goes, but, you know, at this point we've been pretty much hosed. Let's see. Probably should go and just heal all of ourselves, so let's do that. We'll try saving Lynn later. Yeah, I got pretty unlucky with his earthquake ability. Like I said, this guy is difficult, man. At least now that slow's tacked on, I can heal myself a little bit easier. If you have the firecracker spell, this would actually be... Seriously? He's got to keep using earthquake on me? Oh, great. Or... Okay, at least he dodged. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's go and use ammonia on Cat so we can get some extra assistance here, so... Now, if you have the firecracker item, that would actually be really, really useful here, because it'll do some damage. God, we haven't even done that much damage to him yet. Thanks, game. Well, he will eventually run out of AP, so... God, maybe I should have bought more healing herbs. Oops. I just thought 27 would be fine, but no. Yeah, this battle takes a while just because if he wants to keep casting... Well, I mean, he will eventually use up his AP. I just hope he doesn't keep using his all attack. Well, it's not Earthquake, it's just called Attack All. So... Alright, at least we got Spirit Wave. That doesn't do as much damage. Yeah, it controls the player character, but it really doesn't do that much damage, especially if it's like Ryu attacking himself. Thank you. Now I can actually do some damage to him. I would just use Frost on him. That's probably the best ability here. Yeah, please get crits. Maybe I shouldn't have sold that Firecracker. I was thinking I should have just saved it for this fight. It would have made it a little bit easier, but yeah. Oh yeah, Fire Breath is weirdly not elemental. Ow. It should be, but it's not. It's another bug. Oh, right. She's out of magic, so I need to... Oops. Well, we're still gonna... Might as well see if I can get Spirit to work. Yeah, I would say, at least getting slowed down makes it to where I can heal myself easier. Yay, we got Spirit to work. Spirit Wave! I mean, Ryu does do a decent amount of damage, but... trying to think if I should heal Sten again. Yeah, better. Actually, I could just have Nina do it. Because, Sten does more damage than Nina. In this fight, one of the few times Nina is probably not your most effective user, except for slow, of course. Because her Frost doesn't do a ton of damage against this guy. Well, actually, I don't know. Actually, Sten only did 27 damage, so Frost would have done a little bit better damage. As long as my HP is above 30, I should be fine. Even when he does his all attack. So far, so good. Yeah, it's about the same, so... Alright, now we can heal each other, because... Yeah, his Fire Breath range varies from 24 to 39 damage, so it's a little hard to gauge it. Usually it averages out to about 30. In most cases, so... Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think when I first played this game, I had to level grind for this guy when I didn't know any better. Now that I'm a bit more aware about like speeds and using status afflictions and stuff like that. In early RPGs, status afflictions are a lot more useful. Yeah, I'll heal Sten again, but I might just have Sten. Well, Sten has a chance to death blow him, so I'd rather do that instead. Well, possibly, not guaranteed. Yeah. Sten does get better. I mean, it seems like right now, oh, Sten doesn't do that much damage. He does do better. It just, he's like a, what's the best way? He's a slow grower. but it does work out, so. Let's get as many death blows as I'd like. Yeah, but it is a random occurrence, so. And so far, so good. Yeah, we had that risky moment there, and I had to use my ammonia, but. Hey, keep it Sten. Ow! Yeah, Sten doesn't have the greatest defense right now. It does build up after a while, though. Nice! Getting those death blows in. Yes! Yes! Oh, wasn't enough to finish him off, but still! I almost prefer... Nice! Nita does, like, no damage. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I haven't shut off Nita's attack. Yeah, it's just a little... I, like the last game, I wouldn't mess with buying... I mean, there's a few times I'll buy rings for her, but for the most part, I'm just going to leave her alone. Because you're not supposed to be attacking her in. And there we go! Alright! Whew! And we get level 10, and we get the blunt spell. That lowers your attack. Uh-oh. What, is he a load-bearing boss? I guess he was. Huh. But unfortunately, until we wait for that turtle, we're not gonna be able to leave. So I didn't know this guy. And where did the child wait? Did they run away while we were fighting that thing? That was probably for the best. I mean, it's not like they could help us anyway. So. All right, let's get out of here. Whee. Where's Ray anyway? There you are, Ray. Let's get out of here. This isn't a friendly rumble. The dark cave is about to be flooded. How? Defeating that creature should not have done that. Okay, whatever. This doesn't make sense, but... Yeah! Whoa! That's awesome. Ugh, this is the best I can do, but it's tilting. Quickly, rescue the villagers imprisoned in the cave. This won't hold forever. Did you... Oh, no, not yet. Sorry. We don't want to do that yet, so... Alright. So now our next objective is to save all the villagers. There is a reason to not save all the villagers, but I'll save them all the first time, and then I want to show you what happens when you don't save the villagers. But all right, so all we have to do is go into each of these caves here and talk to these guys. Question mark? Why is it acting like that? That's weird. Ah, go away, you ugly slimy thing! Oh, I'm saved. What a relief. Oh, okay. That was weird. All right. Yeah, all we have to do is go into all of these areas and talk to these people here. What the? Alright, we reached level 10 there, and we learned the Simoon ability for Sten. In the original translation, it was called Bomb. Okay, why? It's a wind ability. Bomb has nothing to do with wind. But yeah, it's a wind elemental spell, so. Alright. Oh yeah, it took some damage there, so. Now, if you want to do what I want to do, the result I want, do not save 2 villagers. And the way you save the villagers, you talk to them. So do not talk to 2. If you want the reward I want, if you don't care, then do whatever. But question mark. What the? It's a monster. Okay, so yeah, this is a Tyrol, or in the original generation, Shioryu. This thing has 60 HP, no AP, 50 attack, 38 defense, 55 agility, level 5, 3 magic, no strengths or weaknesses. It has a 1 and 2 or 56 chance to drop an herb. Actually, no, because you can't technically defeat it, but it's still in the game's code that it can drop an herb. Almost everything in the game can drop an herb, because it's just easier to code that. 40 experience and 40 Zenny drop. All it does is attack. And yeah, this is the monster from Aliens. So, but anyway, if you don't want to save the villager, you can just kill the villager. But to save the villager, we need to hit the tie roll there. And the battle auto ends as soon as it's defeated. Should be one-shottable. Oh, okay, or not. Yeah, it does its little tail thing, so. I think this is the first instance of the game of teaching you the mechanic of targeting, where you can target specific, not just a certain character, you can target specific spots on the character. So remember that for much later. Thank you so much. Please try to save everyone. Okay, I'll try to do that. Question mark. Another monster! You know, I have no idea how much HP the villagers have. I just know they can be one-shotted. Everyone's been taken over by these freaky parasites. Watch out when you try to rescue them. Okay. And then we want to go over here for the rest of the villagers. I think some of these rooms don't have anyone actually in it. Oh, there's another monster there. Well, I mean, we'll mess with that here in a second. I'm fighting these guys for the experience. Otherwise, you can ignore them, so. Alright, has this guy got a monster on him? He does! Phew. Thank you. The thought of being stuck as that thing's puppet gave me the willies. Alright, I got another bug here. Actually, do I need a heal? I think I need a heal again. Didn't do that much damage to me. I think I'll be fine. Alright, let's save the last couple villagers. Oh, no! Alright, saved him. Whew, thanks. Has a volley kid been found yet? Yeah, we already found him, so. Alright, last guy. Are you covered with a monster? No! Most of the villagers came down here to look for the lost child, but we never expect to be ambushed by monsters. Oh, well, alright. Now that we talked to everyone, let's go back to Ray and tell him the good news. Now, if you want to leave early, obviously you can leave. The way this reward works is it's based off either you save all the villagers or just one, but I've heard there's some bugging issues where sometimes it doesn't work like that. So usually a good rule of thumb is just to save all of them except for 2 and then go from there. If you want the reward I want. But if you don't care, then save all of them, sure. Did you find everyone? Sure did. Praise God, my strength is nearly exhausted. I'm nearing the barrier now. Be prepared to run. What are you waiting for? Run! Okay. Ah! And we died. Well, thanks for playing Breath of Fire 2. Or we flooded out. That was quite the close escape, wasn't it? It appears I am in your debt. Together we were able to save the villagers from the monsters and the village itself from drought. I could not accomplish these things without your capable assistance. You are my eternal gratitude. Let me give you a token of my appreciation. Grant you the blessing of the Lord Diva. All I request is that you take me to the place and your party goes home. Alright, so we have to head back to Townsend, so I will do that off screen just to show the dialogue for saving all the villagers. What I really want to do is not save all the villagers, but I'll meet you back in Townsend and then we'll go from there. Alright, we're back in town after getting back, so let's take Ray to our hometown and yeah, see what he says. So this is your village, rather quaint. Yes, quaint. So, your companions, the floppy-eared fellow and the old man, are the only ones who live here. Who are you calling floppy-eared? Besides, we're not the only ones living here. There's the big guy upstairs, too. Fellow by the name of Rand. Couldn't miss him if you tried.
Hey, Nina, why don't you and I go check this place out? Ryu, Nina, and I are going to take a look around the place. That's okay to you, right?
Yep, that's fine. See you later, ladies.
You too, Stan.
Come in, my mistress. Alright, Stan. Ah, yes. I promised I would grant you the blessing of the Lord Diva, didn't I? Knowing that it is a great honor to receive this benediction. Through his grace, one of you shall be able to cast the Raise Dead spell. So, Raise Dead is, I think, in Ryu, the original version of the game, has a 70% chance of reviving someone from the dead, which is better than a lot of other chances outside of items. However, I, weirdly enough, think this is the weakest reward out of all of them. Decide amongst yourselves who has received the blessing, then speak with me again. I feel like the secondary reward is actually much better, which I'll show you what that is, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back after not saving all the villagers, and yeah, the villagers do have stats. It's 5 HP, no AP, 20 attack, 5 defense, 100 agility, level 5 magic at 5, no strengths or weaknesses, have a 3 in 64 chance to drop a guts PT and a 1 in 64 chance to drop a hero PT. I don't know why, because you can't actually kill them for the reward, but they get 200 experience and 200 zenny drop, which doesn't happen. What a horrible experience. We eliminated that fiend and restored the village's water supply, but how many lives were sacrificed? How useless I am. Were it not for your aid, I would not have been able to save even the one child. I must gain more power, somehow. Yeah, it's kind of sad to do this, but the thing is the reward is much better, so let me give you all a token of my appreciation and grant you the blessing of Lord Diva. All I request is that you take me to your place and party call home. So we still have to go back to Townsend, but there's some extra dialogue, or is there some dialogue from people? We've been waiting here forever. When's the boat supposed to? Well, it won't until we get the plot done. The last passenger to get on the boat was some freaky girl with bat wings. You think she's somehow behind this?
Why would monsters like that show up in a village like this? Dark times ahead of us. Dark times.
I'm trying to remember if anyone else has any dialogue for that, so.
You people worked hard to save everyone here. Here's a big thank you from all of us.
Yeah, you don't actually get anything. You think you're gonna get a reward because because she said that, but no, it's just a big thank you, which is fine, I guess. It's just, take care of yourselves. May fortune follow you in your travels. that was the guy we saved and his son, I believe. Did you hear the news? A man named Ray from the Church of Eva saved all the people down in the well. If I were a sculptor, I'd make a statue of his honor right here on the spot. Well, you're not a sculptor. Or, wait. No, never mind.
My husband and my son are both safe thanks to you. How can I ever repay you? You should have seen those monsters go bang, zoom, pow, it was awesome.
Kind of reminds me of the kid from Incredibles. That was wicked! I'll never forget you guys. No. Why do you look similar to that one guy? Oh, wait.
It scares me at night to wonder what would have happened. Nothing had been done about these monsters.
There you go. Let's see. I think we're... see if there's any other dialogue. Oh, yeah, that's a liqueur. Artiste. I didn't mean to talk to you. Stop talking! Alright. Okay, so with that out of the way, now let's go back to Townsend again. Actually, the thing I want to show, if anything, you need to, well, I'll go back to Windia first just to buy an item. I'll show that and something else really quick, but I'll see you back at Windia. Alright, we're back in Windia here. If you haven't gotten the Crystal Helms, this would probably be a good time to do that. If you've gotten the money by this point, which you should have. Yeah, the glass helms. But I also ended up getting quite a few roasts. Oscar, I got 4, so nice little extra chunk of change. So I'm going to just sell all those. Yeah, let's go and buy the... Well, you don't have to do this, but I go and buy a Rivet Fist for Rand. And then the next place we want to go is Colossia, because we want to buy a bronze helm for him as well. Let me show off something, though, before we go to Colossia. You notice that little like area down there where you can with the poles? Well, if you press the Y button with Sten in the party, he'll grab it and pull everyone across somehow. So, yeah, a neat little feature. That's his overworld ability. Alright, I'll meet you back at Col. Oh, I got a new enemy here, Dragonfly. We missed these guys the first time, so I was going to cut to Colossia, but, well, this guy's in, it's at before Windia, but I decided, while I was walking back, I ran into this guy, so I was like, okay, I'll show off the Dragonfly. They have 65 HP, 10 AP, 42 attack, 26 defense, 44 agility, level 12, 2 magic. They are weak to wind. They have a 1 in 268 chance to drop power food, 20 experience, 14 Zenny. They have a 192 out of 256 chance to do Egg Beater, which is that combo attack, or it's combo attack in this game, in this translation. 67 or 63 out of 256 to attack, 1 out of 256 to defend. But at this point, we can only take a couple of shots to finish him off, so. He's still got quite a bit of agility, though. Alright, nice. Alright, here's another new enemy, Sniper Head. I was wondering if we'd run across these guys. Guys have 68 HP, 5 AP, 44 attack, 36 defense, 37 agility, 15th level, 3 magic, no strengths or weaknesses, has a 1 out of 256 chance to drop an extract, has a 1 in 256 chance to drop a man extract, 16 experience, 16 Zenny, has a chance to attack if it's activated build-up. Build-up is basically its charge ability, so when it charges, it does more damage. Has a 3 and 4 chance to cast build-up, 164 chance to defend, 127 out of 256 chance to attack, and 129 out of 256 chance to cast Spark, which is the fire spell. 225 damage, roughly 4 AP. But anyway, another case of should be able to finish this guy off with one set of rounds. At this point, anyway. Alright, we're back in Colossia here. Ended up getting quite a few more roasts on the way back, so yeah, another 4. So if you don't have these many roasts, that's fine. It just makes it easier for the money grinding stuff later. So not that I really had to do much of that. So let's go ahead and sell those. Like I said, I'll give you a few extra dollar dues or Zenny dues. Okay, really the big thing we want to be here is a bronze helm for Rand. It's weirdly his best helmet for the rest of the game. There might be like a rare helmet that I'm not thinking about, but Rand does not get much in the way of... Wait, did I just buy 2 of them? I feel like I bought 2 of them by accident. No, I only bought the 1. Okay. For some reason I thought I wasn't paying attention. Well, I wasn't, but still. Yeah, it's Rand does not get a lot of helmet accessories. Alright, now I'll meet you back at Townsend. Alright, back in Townsend again. Let's talk to Ray, give him that magic spell, so I had to blast through that, so... Yes, my abilities are quite... or my place is quite quaint. It's better than what it was before. I mean, look at that. They did a really good job on that. I wonder how long we've been gone, now that I think about it, because they were able to build a house. Like, you know how long that takes? Well, actually, if that's all you're doing, it doesn't take that long, but still. Alright, if we did everything right. Sorry, let me grace you. Yeah, we get the Rejuvenate spell from Ray. Much better spell. It is, basically, it's a Cure 2. Cure is 100 HP. Like I said, much better than the Ray's Dead spell, personally. So, alright, let's see who can get the spell. You want to give it to Nero? So what do you think? Quite a fine bit of workmanship, if I do say so myself. Drop anytime you want, you can swap out the members of your party. Now ain't that convenient? Oh, really? Nice. Alright, let's see what everyone says about getting magic.
Oh, so somebody wants to teach me some real magic tricks? Not that I'm not grateful, but somehow I find my sword has more panache, you understand? You might as well be offering it to your feline friend, though she'd likely be more inclined to try and eat it.
Eat a spell, huh? Yeah, basically, the really only two contenders for this are Rand or Sten, because everyone else gets it or has some way of acquiring it later on, so... I mean, you could give it to Nina early, I guess.
Someone is offering to teach me magic. If it's a healing spell, you're looking at the wrong person for it. Combat magic's more my specialty. What? A spell for me? Really? Nah, you can give it to someone else, by the way. Have you tried the bed yet?
Do not give it to Lynn. She does not get the AP for it anyway. I mean, you could if you really wanted to. See, oh no, Rand's upstairs, that's right. One more for. I mean, you could give it to Rand, but Rand already gets, you know, already has whatever, and he's too slow anyway. Hey, you're back already. What do you think of the place? Not a shabby job for a first-timer, huh? Somebody wants to give me a spell? Sure, why not? You know the old saying, never look a gift something or another in the mouth? Yeah, I guess that's true. Alright. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to give it to Sten, because Sten is... I mean, I still will only cast a spell in a backup situation, but Sten gets enough AP and his speed is good enough to where he makes for an optimal healer. So, he'll be the one I'll be giving it to. Actually, let me see if Bosch says anything.
Magic, eh? The strong stuff? Count me in. When the two of us get back on the road, a spell like that should come in handy.
But yeah, we don't want to give it to Bosch, so... I mean, you could, but like I said, no reason to give it to him. Alright, sure have. Yep, we want to give that to Sten.
Very well then, may you go with the everlasting light of Viva.
Yeah, he sends a little angel out to give it to Sten. Or a cherub or whatever. I thank you again for your assistance. Now I must take my leave. The Lord Eva's grace be with you always. Alright. Okay, you say the same thing. Yeah, well, you can change out your party members here. So, we want to have we want to use Sten, Lynn, and Nina for this next section. Although, let's see, we want to change the scatter manually. There we go. Yeah, because we'll mainly Rand because of his rolling ability, so he could travel on the main area, and then Sten, we need to use Sten to get past the one area. If who's ever your active party members, they'll end up in this room here. And if they're not in their active party, they'll end up in the rooms.
Thank you so much for providing a room for your humble servant. I am unworthy.
We work our butts off while you go run around with cute girls? Yeah, I'm just kidding, but don't let it go to your head, okay?
Look at all this. Those two sure did a bang-up job while we were gone. Makes me feel a little guilty, just a little.
And they have different dialogue, I believe, if they're either in their room or in their, like, in that little spot there. I actually forgot which room Nina stays in. I think it's the next floor. I should have just left Rand out just so I could, because I know where he stays at, like off the top of my head. Okay, she's the third floor. I forgot. So sue me. There you are.
You know, you're lucky to have this chance to talk to a Windian. Indians tend to keep it to themselves, so it's a mystery to most outsiders. I can tell you all about it sometime.
Alright, let me swap out the party members just to show off their extra dialogue for that. Let me talk to Nero again. Yeah, usually after major events in the game, the characters will have something different to say in regards to the event, so.
This place is like a secret base from one of those old hero stories. Far be it for me to say this, but wow.
Let me talk to Rand. Wait, Rand was on the next floor, wasn't he? Yep. I'm forgetting everyone's rooms. They should just have a lettering on it saying Rand on the top of it. It's a good thing I figured out we'd be having some guests around here. If I hadn't built as many rooms as I did, some of you guys would be sleeping on the floor. Yeah, it seems like Rand was really the big guy that did all the work here. Early in the game, it's a little annoying to swap out your party members, but it does get a little bit easier. Because you can actually swap... Well, I'll show you in a second, but let me... show Sten's dialogue. Whoops. Ah! We want you, yes. Thank you. See, I already talked to him, right? Yep. Well, I mean, Nina, if you look at Nina and Kat's concept design, they're pretty cute. And I just gotta remember which room Sten's in. I'll remember by later, with how many games with how many times I played this game, you think I'd remember every single person's room over the course of my life. I swear, how many times have I played Breath of Fire 2?
Master, I've been watching you for a while, and I've been wondering something. Not that I'm prying, but I'm dying to know, who's more your type, Lyn or Nina?
Okay, Ryu, it'd be Nina, because Nina's a staple. Nina and Ryu are considered canon couples throughout most of the game. Me, personally, I'm more of a Lyn guy.
Ah, I see. I suspected as much. Oh, you sly devil, you.
I think he says say Nina this time.
Ah, I see. I suspected.
Yeah, he says the same thing no matter what. But yeah, personally, I'm a Lyn guy. I don't know. Well, obviously, I told you she's my first video game crush. So, all right, let's show off Lyn's dialogue. I think their dialogue is about the same. It's usually when it's in the room that they have or Cat. God, I keep calling her Lyn because it's right in front of my face. I think all the ladies are on the first floor, or third floor, I mean, the two ladies. There's only two ladies that join us, right?
Ow, talk about crane. I almost missed my locker room at the Coliseum. But it's your house, and you call the shots. What do you think? Too small? Too big? Too small? Just right?
All right, three little pigs, or not three little pigs. The bears. You know, not Goldilocks. No, it is Goldilocks, isn't it? Yeah, Goldilocks and the three bears. Alright, well, anyway. But yeah, anyway, like before I said, we're going to take... we'll leave Nina behind for now, but it's really not that big of a deal when it comes to that, because if you go to the dragon statues, you can now swap out... you can now change your party at any time, so you don't have to go back to Townsend to swap your party members out.
You think this will be over soon? If that bat burglar went west, you bet... after it. And hey, I'm starting to get cabin fever here.
We're close, Bosch. We are really close. But what awaits us at Capitan? Can we find the ship aboard to our next destination? Will we be waterlogged? Find out next time in the next episode of Breath of Fire 2. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.